Good evening, everybody. It's a Friday night, my friends. Start of another weekend. We are here. And, of course, how better to start off a weekend than by doing some coding? I guess. I guess that's how that works. I don't know. We'll see. But welcome on in, everybody. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's had a good week so far, and everything is going well for you, and you've accomplished what you need. It's been an interesting week for me. But nothing terrible. But it's kind of been just a weird one, to say the least. Obviously, coming off the heels of last week with our technical issues that we had during our last coding stream, and I think I've got, knock on wood, I think I've got all that kind of worked out right now, for the most part. So hopefully everything will be good here. But it's been a thing, friends. Between that and other things that have been going on, it's been a little bit different. Put it that way. Let's see if I can get the server fun up here as well. So obviously we still had a lot more to do when it comes to the emote stuff. I was very, very close when we had our technical difficulties to potentially getting the emote upload working. So we're going to pick up where we left off there. I would like to get that part going. And then once we sort of have the beginnings of that going, then we can start to kind of look at chat a little bit and see how the chat parsing and stuff is going to happen. Basically, my thought is I'm just going to in the back end, the chat messages that come in, we're going to be throwing them through a string tokenizer, and based on white space, and seeing if there's anything parsable there. I'm going to go probably down a similar route that what Twitch does, which is basically put little tokens in the chat to identify emotes and all that stuff. And the reason I'm going with that pattern is, one, it's nice if you can just kind of type out emotes. If you know what you want and you want to type them out real fast. That's kind of nice from that perspective. Two, it establishes a pattern that we can start to expand upon, because the next thing on my list as far as like the chat and stuff goes would be to start to bring in animated GIFs from Giphy and stuff like that. Start to have those be available. And I'm going to I did something very similar, similar integration for Glimish, but on the Glimish one, I kind of did that integration pretty much entirely in JavaScript. I did that because there was the way that Elixir kind of worked with Phoenix and everything like that just didn't seem like it it really lend itself well to having sort of a back end component to it. I mean, there was a back end component to it in that it had to parse the chat and the tokens that I put in chat, but it didn't do the actual communications with, say, with the Google, Glyphy servers. And I think that's the one part of this, when I do this second implementation, I think is the one part I probably change. It's nice to have like the client directly go to Glyphy and do stuff, because it kind of takes the burden off your servers, but at the same time, it means that you can't do things like, or not easily anyway, do things like caching and stuff. And Google kind of doesn't want you to cache things, or at least not cache things for very long. And I get why they say that, but I think it's still important that we have some sort of cache, and then more importantly, that we have a throttling mechanism in place, because they throttle. I think you can have like one request per second or something like that. They have some fairly hefty throttling on their side. So having some caching on our side, even if it's a short cache, like we only cache things for like 5 minutes or something like that, could be pretty significant. When you tie it into the entire platform as a whole, where everybody's trying to hit up that web service, So, and also having it on the back end as well allows me to be more responsive to any kind of errors or throttling that might be happening on the Google side. Like I can kind of handle it in some way, shape, or form, or I can do something like maybe put a temporary image in place or something like that until the throttling clears up, or more likely have some sort of queue, right, where if we get a bunch of requests, if we get 25 requests in a second, and we're only throttled to 1 per second, I can maybe on the server side slow those requests down and handle them one at a time, so that we don't blow out the throttling on the Google side. Okay. So it gives me a little bit more, it gives me a few more options. You can certainly do something like that in the JavaScript, but it feels like that kind of feels more like something that should happen in the back end. Because one thing to remember is that I'm coming from a very traditional background where, to me, JavaScript's strength is in its manipulation of visual presentations. But a lot of people, and so that's kind of what I use it for. I use it mostly just for visual stuff, picking off animations, automatically selecting things and stuff like that on the page, and generally use it very sparingly in that regard. But there are a lot of people who are new school, and they came into the business doing TypeScript and doing Node and all that stuff, and basically using JavaScript on both the front end and the back end. And so it doesn't faze them maybe as much as it phases me to be doing, that kind of like communicating with another server and error handling and things that would be normally reserved for like a controller kind of deal. So that's just kind of where I come from. Is the minimizing the amount of JavaScript and just doing it as much as you can on the server. It does mean that the servers have a lot more work to do, but that is kind of their purpose. You know what I mean? It reduces the amount of work that the client computer at the same time. One thing I am interested in, kind of off on a tangent here, like when we're talking about like client browser stuff. I had looked briefly at, there is a WebAssembly version of FFmpeg, and I was looking at if there was a way that I could utilize that in such a way that users could generate clips, basically generate them locally instead of on the server. And then you'd be using your local resources to generate the clip, and then that would free up the servers to not be doing that work, which is a big boon. But also it would give you the ability as the person creating a clip to maybe do some effect, spruce it up a little bit, add a little bit of a touch to it, a little interesting, like a zoom or a grayscale or whatever, have some effects in it, which I think is a good thing. I mean, it can get a little bit crazy, but I think it's a good thing. And if your audience they want to really let their creativity go through, shine through, and like, kind of do something for you that's interesting. And it kind of shows off the personality of your audience, and maybe other people coming in seeing your clips are like, oh, okay, this is the kind of audience that they draw, and they're very creative and all this stuff. To my knowledge, no one has ever tried that. And I don't know how viable it is, honestly. But how do streaming service project work out? I was thinking of doing something for personal LAN use on my Pi. Sockets seem pretty intimidating. It's still going, Veruna. Working on it now a little bit. Doing some emote uploading stuff right now, trying to get the emotes to be able to, trying to get it to where we can upload emotes and stuff and track them on the server hard drive and everything. It's still going. It's just very, 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 very slow. Because I really only work on it like a couple hours a week. So it's taking its good old time. But it's good. As far as doing some personal stuff on your Pi, that's kind of cool. Sockets are, I would say, in the grand scheme of things, sockets are less intimidating than, say, inter-process communication. Threads talking to other threads. That to me has always been kind of the really crazy stuff. Mutexes and stuff like that. Because you have like race conditions where one thing's running faster than the data is being updated and all that stuff. Sockets, I haven't really, it kind of depends on the socket that you're doing. If you're doing just like a a well-known protocol socket, like an HTTP protocol or an SSH or a another good one, like an FTP protocol or something like that. There's probably libraries that'll just do that will there's likely to be libraries that'll abstract away a lot of the craziness. Sockets do get a little complicated when you try to do raw socket. If you're, say, trying to maybe connect your Pi to like an electronic sign or something, and you want to control the output on this electronic sign, then it starts to get a little bit interesting because you have to manage basically the communications going over the socket, plus when the socket's open and closed, and errors across it and whatnot. And you have to break out the manual for the electronic sign to make sure you're sending the signals that it wants and all that. That can get a little bit interesting. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why in Linux world, sockets and files look very similar, because they pretty much are. You write to a file. If you can figure out how to write to a file on the file system, you can pretty much figure out how to write to a socket, right? It's almost the same mechanic. It doesn't have to be. The complication with sockets comes in the fact that files don't usually talk back. The file system will talk back to you if you run out of this space or if you don't have permissions. But files are mostly just output. Sockets, what makes sockets a little bit more interesting is that you can have input coming back over the socket. Or in many cases, you've got a handshake of some kind where you send something and then you wait for a response, and then you send something else and you wait for a response. Usually a yes or no, this was good or this was bad response. But that's, sending data over sockets, not difficult. It's just it's the back and forth that makes it difficult, really, essentially. And that really just depends on what you're trying to do. Like I said, if it's a protocol that's well known, that's well used, there's no point in reinventing the wheel there. Just grab a library and use it. It's not unless you're opening up a raw socket that doesn't have a well-established protocol, or it's got some kind of custom protocol. That's when it starts to get a little bit, And presumably, if you're doing it on a Pi, then you're probably communicating with something very weird or esoteric, like maybe you're communicating with a controller of some kind, like a motor controller or something like that. That's when it can get a little bit. You gotta. The hardest part of that is understanding the microcontroller that you're ultimately talking to, right? It's a lot like writing an emulator for an old console, right? Except, it's kind of like writing an emulator for an old console where you're emulating the hardware. You've got the software's already existing. You've got a dump from a game cartridge of the software and the data that goes with it. And now all you got to do is kind of emulate how the hardware would react to these inputs coming in. It's kind of the same thing, although it's more in reverse. You've got the hardware, now you're trying to write the software for it. So it's the tricky part there is learning the hard way. It'd be the same as if you were firing up an assembler and trying to write an NES code, write NES cartridge code, and dumping it out to a cartridge or dumping it out to a ROM file and having a flash cart and plugging it into an actual NES and seeing if it worked. At some point you gotta learn. You have to learn how the hardware works and how it manipulates, how you can use it to write stuff to the screen and all that stuff. But no, it's cool. It's cool stuff. There's some really cool stuff. Like if you're into like hobbyist stuff, there's a lot of cool little hobby projects to do. I've always, I don't know, hardware has always been kind of a weird one with me. I like software a lot. I enjoy writing software. I enjoy writing emulators for hardware. I've never really enjoyed trying to get hardware to work, which is weird when you think about it, because you would think that's just kind of a natural extension to everything else that I do. And ultimately, the computer hardware is responding to commands that I give it. But I never, there was never, I guess I didn't really have access at an early age to the kinds of things you have access to now. Like, there was no Raspberry Pis. There was, I think, the Lego Mindstorm stuff didn't come into play until I was in high school, I think that's when Lego Mindstorm started happening. And by that point, I was learning programming, but I never had access to microcontroller stuff to kind of play with. I feel like if I had had that, I probably would have been more in tune with making little robot things do things, you know what I mean? Because I was always fascinated with how things work. I like taking things apart and seeing, the inside of a VCR, or see the inside of a tape deck, or things like that, or electronic toy. But I didn't have access to tools or really the knowledge, like the experience, from other people, the makers, I guess, as they would be called, as you do today. Today you can kind of go on a forum, and a maker forum, and kind of get a brain dump from a lot of really talented people and really get into that subject. And for some reason, I just kind of, you're never too old to learn something new, and yet I just don't have the drive to do that right now. I like what I do, but I feel like if I was younger, if I was a kid and I had access to that kind of stuff, maybe I would be more in tune with some of that. In fact, one of my coworkers plays with a lot of the Raspberry Pi and controllers and stuff like that. She had a Halloween costume she wore to work the one day, that had she was basically, I guess, kind of like a Thor-like character, but she had clouds, right? and had lights embedded in the clouds, like LED lights. And she had it programmed that those LED lights would go off and make it look like it was lightning strikes going through the cloud, which was really cool. It was really cool looking. But stuff like that, that would be interesting stuff. Like even having like a light box even now, like you could connect a Pi to it and have it maybe respond to chat or something like that, have like commands in chat and have it change, colors or do dancing lights or whatever in your light box and stuff like that. It's kind of like a DIY thing. I mean, obviously there's off the shelf stuff that does that, but it'd be interesting to do that as a DIY thing. But like I said, I never really. It doesn't appeal to me as much as just kind of pure software for some reason. I guess I just never got that. I guess I never got that spark. Maybe one day I'll be like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to try some of this stuff out and make a little thing here and there. It's crossed my mind at some point to at least learn how to repair hardware. I mean, for instance, I've got my old, the Nook over there that was doing my streams until this week. It's still functional in every respect, except it's both of the Thunderbolt ports are burned out. It would be great if I had the knowledge to go in and unsolder those Thunderbolt ports, get some new ones and solder the new ones on and be able to figure out how that works and be able to repair that stuff. I've watched a lot of repair things on YouTube and stuff, and I'm always fascinated by it. Especially the guys that repair, there's a bunch of guys that repair like arcade machines and stuff like that. I watch those all the time. And there's people who like buy broken stuff from Amazon, like returns that are broken and stuff, or eBay returns that are broken, and they repair them. And I'm always fascinated by what they do and how they diagnose stuff. I just don't know that I would need to sit down and actually do it at some point. I would like to sit down and do it at some point. I just need to, as with most things, there's not enough hours in the day. You know what I mean? Level of modifying hardware almost feels like you're crossing into a new career field. Those videos are great. It's broken retro consoles and cartridges. Mega brings up. Yeah, no, it is cool. There's there's one that does like classic pinball machines. They do, I think, occasionally arcade machines too, but they do mostly pinball machines. And it's really cool to see them like pull out the wiring charts and just start going through one at a time. Be like, all right, where's the, one of these wires is shorted to ground. So now we got to go and figure out which one it is and put our multimeter up to it and figure it out. That stuff is really cool. It's really, really cool. It's really good information. And I think it's one of those things that I could learn, particularly, if you have someone who can teach it, feels like something I can learn at some point. It's just a matter of doing it. You know what I mean? And that's my thing right now. Is I feel like I've got so many things I want to do, and so many things that need to get done, and very few of those are actually moving forward. Like there's stuff around the house that needs to get done that I still haven't done. There's stuff that I want to do that I haven't started. with the exception of maybe one or two things. And then there's like the usual, like, I gotta work to make money. You know, so there's all kinds of, there's all this stuff going around. It's like, at what point do I get a chance to, like, where do I fit in these things into my schedule? Where in the 24 hours of a day can I fit these things in? And still not like completely burn myself out in the process of it. I think that's the hardest part. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it's also a frustrating problem to have, right? Because you never feel like you can, like, there's enough hours for you to do the things you want to do. You know, so maybe that's one of those things where you find yourself a partner that loves that kind of thing, and you both kind of feed off of each other. You know what I mean? Maybe that's how that happens. You know, it's not a one person deal. It's the two person deal, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Let's see. So right when we logged off and I had my hardware failure, we were very close to getting, I felt like we were very close to getting this emote upload working. So let's see if we were very close or not. And at least getting the initial emote upload. So I'd like to, if this is like, this is mostly working, I'd like to sort of commit it. There's a bunch of Dependabot pull requests I have to deal with that I'm putting off because I don't feel like merging. I want to get this out there first and then force Dependabot to rebase. So I don't have to merge it. So we'll see here. See where we're at. So if I go, all right. So I still have to wire up all the other stuff too. Yes. File. I don't think that worked. I don't know why my errors are not working, but that doesn't. Brought me back to the form. Still full out here. What happened here? Oh, wait a minute. I don't see a text freeze. Don't see a stack freeze. So did it? Um, let's see it. Any evidence of it here? Oh, no. It also didn't throw an error though, which is unsettling. Anything go into the database? No, it definitely didn't. Oh. Alright, let's... kind of ticks me off a little. So I have this wrapped in a try catch, so I should be getting an error output. The breakpoint here, and right there. One here for the conditional. All right, I gotta restart it in debug mode though. Even hit my breakpoint. Okay. So maybe it's failing in the valid. Which is entirely possible because this is doing a lot of stuff. Let me do that. Contents allowed. There we go. Alright, found it. Okay, not making it very far. Go in there, see where we're at. I could say, get small image. What do we got here? Small image is null. What problem? And then this is returning management. Okay. Why isn't the oh, because I forgot to add. Forgot to add an error message here. That's why. Why it's not alerting me on the front end. Okay, so it's not. So the small emote's not coming through. Is a problem. For a small image, not coming through. Okay, let's look. What did I name it wrong on the page itself? I gotta close a lot of these things out. We go. Close right now. Where is it? Magic. Name is small image, name is large image. Oh, I wonder, should probably do it too, real quick. For that, probably not pumping it together correctly, although it, but let's see if it's just a case of that. These are just file input types, so there shouldn't be anything too weird or crazy going on there. We know the file uploads work to an extent. Like we know that multi-file works because I was able to, on the home page, upload a file and see the metadata of the file. I didn't actually copy the file anywhere, I just was able to see the metadata. You know, that part is working. Would be it. Now, it might be because I've got it inside of a model that have to do something. Like I might have to do something. Shouldn't have to do anything in the binder, but maybe in the spring binders I have to do something. I don't know. Look here. We'll figure it out. What is it? There it is. Foundation, first, anything to add. So much other bug statements going on here. I mean, I need these for other things, but at the same time, it's hard to see the forest for the trees here. What is that? No. This seems to me like I need a binder probably set up. Model. So let me see. Green. Part file. Oh wait, did I set the form correctly? Oh no, I didn't. That's probably what it is. Gotta do coding type multi-part. Form David. That's probably what I missed. That's probably what's going on. Or not. I could be wrong. Unless it's spit out another error. Validation errors attempting to add it. I missed. Resolver. Yeah, but we know that it worked. It's not working in the... Like, I know that it works this way. It's not working within the confines of a... of a model object. String file upload not binding to model attribute project. There we go. Property. Oh, you had a web data binder. Oh. We had a different problem. It. Multi-part resolver has been enabled. The content of post request multi-part form data is parsed and accessed with regular request parameters. Okay, yeah. And also use multi-part content as part of data binding to a command object. For example, the form field and file from the preceding example could be fields of a form object. For example, go. On browser clients. Yeah, they just have a multi-part file. It's not binding. Like this makes sense to me. Like it should. I mean, it binds in the case of a request frame, but it's not. For some reason, not binding. Which doesn't make sense. I mean, if it's binding in the one case, it should bind in the other. That's what's driving me a little bit batty here. Name, small image. Yeah, I mean, the name is basically what is going to be anyway. Is it because I'm uploading two different files? What if I took the... What if I don't upload a lot? Let's just see here. It doesn't seem to matter. Is it just not? I can't believe that it's just not sending. Add emotes. What did we send here? Payload. Form data. Mullet. Just URL. West header. Language. Type application exclusive form URL. Right. Wonder though. Have the encoding type as for multi-part. Oh shh! I put it on the wrong form. Mother. God damn it. Let's try this again. Oh, look at that. No endpoint get dashboard. Dashboard managing. Oh, okay. No problem there, but what do you want to bet? It uploaded it into the data, into the file. Maybe not. I don't see a record of it here. Oh, we got a stack. Unable to write new emote database. Not invoke Boolean value because the return value of emote model get allowed. No. Oh, I didn't populate it, did I? Populate emote Mojo. 94? Line 94? Loud. I'm gonna do the same thing for I better do these all faults because the browser won't submit them if you don't select anything. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because that means since these are Boolean objects, they can be true, false, or no. Because the browser doesn't actually submit fields that aren't committed, meaning they don't have a actual value that was selected by the user, it will often make these things null. These are just default. If someone does, they do get filled out, then it'll be the correct value there. Okay. So, project. Oh, I gotta fix that. Other error. Oh. There we go. That works better when you don't append it to the end. You don't make it a relative. There you go. Hearts. There's an error, but cleared out the model. What was the error? Unexpected update? Unable to transfer emote files to uploads directory. Unexpected update. That's interesting. I have never seen that before. I mean, it's an IO exception. I've literally never seen this IO exception before. Which is interesting, but also it means I probably did something really boneheaded. Load new file. Directory. Waste of 17. It's all completed. 2019 raised pull requested to Florida. Yeah. Is something's up. That's not cute. What I'm reading there. I expected output data. The only thing I could think it's saying is that I'm writing a binary file and it was expecting a text file. Catalina core application part right. If I do core file. Transfer the received file to the given destination file. This may either move the file in the file system, copy the file in the file system, save memory held contents to destination file. Hey, Tech! Welcome on in. Lurking as I'm at to try out Enshrouded in a few minutes. First time, see how it is. I played Enshrouded earlier this week. It's I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's got depends on how much you like RPGs. I like RPGs a lot, and it's got a lot of the RPG. It's like someone said, I want an RPG, but I also want a sandbox game. And so they managed to weave all these RPG mechanics into a sandbox game in a way that I haven't really seen much of before. And it's I was enjoying it a lot. I was really enjoying it. You like the crafting stuff? It looks like it has. Yeah, it's and not just the crafting too. It's like it's got almost that almost like a looter shooter kind of thing, like almost like a Diablo loot kind of thing too, where you can find some pretty cool like swords and weapons and stuff around the map. And honestly, funny enough, it's got swords and it's got bows, but I was using the magic wand the most. I actually kind of like the magic wand a bit. I mean, it doesn't do as much damage as the other stuff, but I kind of enjoyed just kind of running around slinging a magical wand at stuff. It was pretty cool. Oh yeah, the building stuff. The building stuff is probably the best building I've seen in a sandbox game. Like you go into a building mode, and in that building mode, like you can very quickly throw something together, like throw a house together. The roofs all make sense. Like it was so easy to just put something together, and it's probably the easiest I've ever seen a sandbox game when it comes to like buildings and stuff. It's really, really nice. Like kudos to them on like, it's very smooth. Once you understand what you're doing, it's very smooth in there. Simple but complex. Yes, exactly. Like when you first go into the building menu, it's a lot to take in, because you've got like on the right hand side, you've got like the building materials, and then down below you've got the shapes, and then there was something on the left too, I can't remember. But once you understand like what you're looking at, once you kind of wrap your head around what you're looking at, it's very cool. Like you can have a shape selected and then start like, like say like you have a platform or something, and then on the right hand side you have say wood, and you just start making a wood floor, and then you get to a point where you want it to be stone. You just kind of, I think it was like control and mount and roll the mouse down, and it would just go to stone, and then you can suddenly go to stone right away without too much rough, without having to go in and out of menus and stuff. Yeah, it's cool. I think you might like it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's something I'm going to put on my list to do at some point. I'm kind of going to let it cook for a little bit. Because it's good what's there now, but I think it's going to be in a few months. I think it'll be even better. I'm going to kind of let it cook a little bit while there's other things going on, and then come back to it. Also, Jakarta Servo HTTP part right. That's running each individual part. I don't understand why. So, may either move the file in the file system, copy the file in the file system, or save memory held contents to the destination file. Right? The destination file already exists. It will be deleted first. Target file has been moved in the file system. This operation cannot be invoked again after. Therefore, call this method just once in order to work with any storage mechanism. Depending on the underlying provider, temporary storage may be container dependent. In the base directory for relative destination specified here. Absolute destination of the target file may get renamed and moved from its temporary location or newly copied, even if a temporary copy already exists. Sure, but like. I don't understand. Like I've literally never gotten this particular IO exception, and it's not really giving me any information here. Like IO exception would be thrown if like it couldn't. There was a permission error or something. Like it would say permission denied. That's not bad. It's telling me. Unexpected output. Understand here. Not big the thing. Wonder, am I not allowed to change the file name? Because I'm changing the file name. Kind of, sort of. It says transfer to the given destination file, so it shouldn't be there, right? Maybe I gotta set something on file. What's the other constructor? Is there another constructor on file? I don't think it is. No, there isn't. Let me see what it's actually writing there. Maybe there's a clue in file name or something that I'm messing up. Didn't actually make any changes there, but good things I did. Why don't I save that? Frick, man. How times you want me to save it? All right. So do this, do that. The emote small, emote large. Wait. Oh, we're invalid. Through that. Run through that. Alright, so small emote full pack. Full file pack. Next workspace. Uploads. Just emotes. Oh, there's an extra slash in there. Is the extra slashes, bro? Oh, there's a missing thing here, right? It should be custom. It's emote upload directory. Uploads custom emotes. So real path. What is real path here? Hey, why am I atheist? Welcome. Oh, real path is custom emote. Get user ID. Is that? And then emote small image file name. is not making it on there, right? Oh, no, it is. Oh, it's just there's an extra slash in there, but I don't think the extra slash is going to cause a problem. Okay. Enable the transfer. IO exception key. Unexpected output. Maybe that slash is causing the problem. Oh, this is just unexpected output data, right? Weird. I mean, it's possible it's just that extra flash wasn't the problem, although I have that GIF at the end of that. Just, you know, I mean, that's an easy enough thing to fix. We can try it again and see. Here. So I don't need that there or there. Which is true because I actually did set I put the slash at the end of that. Probably shouldn't have done, but oh well. I screwed myself. But is that really? I guess we'll find out if that's really what's ailing it right now. Let's see. Alright, do that. Try. Nope. Still not happy. What does this look like? That is now correct. Is it the file name light? Oh, but why wouldn't it tell? It should tell me that I'm getting a file name light if that were the case. Not unexpected data. Unexpected output data. This file item location is in /10. What does transfer to take? here. You do a file or you do a path? Maybe I should do path. The default implementation simply copies the file input. Transfer to maybe I should, yeah, maybe I should just do path. Yeah, but path doesn't give me an actual file name though, does it? I can't put a file name in here. Actually, it's interface. Oh, it does have get file name. Path. What implements path? Logs, files, interoperability. Currency. Paths associated with the file provider are generally interoperable with the IO file class. Paths created by other providers are likely to be interoperable with abstract names. Okay. Nova NO. So, file systems get default. Don't like that. But I guess systems get. Oh. Well, I am using files create director, right? I guess there's that. Find, move. Hmm. This is all the NIO stuff, so I guess this regular file is the old IO stuff. And technically, the NIO stuff, the new IO stuff, is faster. So let's how. Factory methods for file systems. Get default method, get default file system, and factory methods. First invocation causes the default provider to be loaded. Default provider identified by the URI scheme file creates a file system that provides access to file system. This will drive a virtual machine. Provider. My guess is I would just pull get default. Or I would call probably with the URI. Well, not really. No, I'd probably just do get default. URI is looking at the scheme of the given URI. So it'll be looking at file colon. Just seems kind of redundant. Alright, well this is all I can think. I don't know why this would be a problem. But I can try it on at least one of the anyway. So if I said file systems get default get half. Right. Full file path. Which, interestingly enough, is showing up as green, as the darker green, the lighter green, which tells me that it's implemented by the multi-part file that we're using and not inherited this one. Let's just do it. This does anything different or not? I mean, I can't see that it would do anything different, but the problem is a lot of the stuff you find online was written for earlier versions of Spring and earlier versions of JVM and stuff and earlier versions of Tomcat. So it's possible that things have changed enough that this other scheme just doesn't work via Tomcat anymore. No. One easy way to find out. Let's give it the old college try here. This emote. That one's small. That failed for the same. Oh, did I start it in? I started in debugging mode. Oh, that failed for a different. I'm gonna say, oh, I have to figure that out. That's a large emote required. Okay, over here. No. Oh, now we're getting no such file. Which is correct. There is no such file there. I see. Okay, so what that does, so what path does, is it assumes the file exists. Which it doesn't. Whereas new file is going to create the file if it doesn't exist. Which is really what I want it to do. It's never going to exist. So then this one is copy file or save memory hook contents destination file already exists to delete. Destination file already exists. Copy the file or save. Maybe this does have the same limitation where the file has to exist. Well, it says it does, it deletes it, but here's something. I have a feeling maybe I need to set file. Wait. Say files all file. New this make directory renamed to readable. Writable, executable. Maybe I have to create the file. I mean, there's an implication there that it's going to create the file. Create new file. Like there's a duplication that maybe does again. Transfer to receive file to given destination file. May either move the file in the file system, copy the file, or save memory held contents to the destination file. The destination file already exists, it will be deleted first. This implies that it doesn't matter if the file exists or not, it'll create it. If it does exist, it'll delete and then create. I don't know what it's. I don't know what the. Oh. New file creates a new file instance by converting a given path name string into an abstract path name. Given string is an empty string. The result is empty abstract path. Wish I knew what unexpected output would be. Can you look up the code for that? Was it application part? Application part right. Line was it? $119. File item right. File. So file. This. Let me see the code here. Multi-part file. Which is just a no, LR transfer 2 just does a, as it said, does a copy from one stream to another. So it's standard multi-part file. Yes. And what line is it? B4? I'll put it down here. Transfer to file destination. This part right. Destination get ahead. Yes. Purposes. Command copy to request location. I'll copy utils copy. If the destination is absent and it doesn't exist. Right. I'm missing something. Talking about parts, I'm wondering if the entire file isn't there, but it should. The entire file should. Copy included file. Specific folder. Let's do. This is what I'm doing. uploads file destination, transfer to destination. I mean, that's all they're doing. They're also getting the original file name. Oh, for example, that's a really bad example. See here. Web comments about upload. Here's the upload file. Different name. They're calling files right. Is that really the whole problem? Is that it doesn't know what to do with it because I'm changing the name of the file? Yeah. That doesn't. maybe... An empty file named by this abstract path name, if and only if a file with this name does not exist. There's the name of the file or directory denoted by its abstract path name. This is just the last name and the path names name sequence. Path names name sequence is empty. The end. And get path is path name string. Let me try. Small file. Just to make sure I'm not going crazy in that regard. Small file. Create new file. So when I call create new file, new empty file, if and only if a file with this name does not yet exist. Only with respect to no exception if an IO error. Alright, so what was the IO? No such file or direct. No such file or direct. I mean, it's saying the directory doesn't exist, which is correct. I think no. because I'm putting an additional directory in there. Yeah, let's do that. If more file awesome. More file creates a directory name by its abstract path name, including any necessary but non-existent parent. That'll make it a direct. I think that's what's going on. I think it's. Yeah, so we have the real path, and then we need this string, user bucket, which is yes. Real path notes your ID. Yeah, so I gotta do have ensure directories exist. Really, that's ensure emotes directory exists. And then ensure user bucket directory exists. Now the real path user buckets, and this thing B. Just flash at the end of that. Do that. And really, I don't need the ensure emote directory exist because this will handle creating that. the user bucket directory, and we're creating that. I can get rid of that. Quest and then emote. Right, and then rid of that for a second. I'm betting the transfer tool will work now because the directory exists. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if that's the case. That's a hell of an error message. If that ends up being the problem, that's a hell of an error message that the IO exception threw. Like it just kind of was like it might as well just said something bad happened, you know? Like thanks. Be more specific. Oh, Doug. Okay, small file. Yeah, that worked that time. That worked that time. That means the large emote should also hopefully work. Or not. Okay. Did I... No. I had a feeling I should have kept that through. Unexpected output. But got through the small one, and then the large one's good. Oh. What else did I change there? User ID. Oh, I screwed up. This should be real. I changed it on the one, but not on the other. Okay. This is good. When you start to see like really crazy stuff like this, it usually means that you're making progress. You're making forward progress. Still, that is probably the world's worst or the world's least helpful error message. Come back though. And I can't blame Spring for that one. That's the JVM doing that. Okay, yeah, we moved on. To no value supplied for SQL parameter user ID. Improper user ID is not readable. Channel emote. Okay. Did I not populate channel emote? Guess I didn't. That should theoretically mean then, before we get too far, we should have new files now uploaded. Under Hex. Yep, there's an uploads folder here. Custom emote. There's user ID there. And there's 2 GIFs. Okay. That part is working, which is good. So we've gotten past the one major hurdle there. Now it's just a matter of me not being a goofball when it comes to people here. This now again. And get rid of this other things. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a file that the way in the old brain case, if I ever seen IO exceptions like invalid data, unexpected data, but because you would think, just listening to that error, you would think, oh, like it's expected text output, it got a binary, but no, it's just like it was really like a path portion of the path was missing. There's a folder missing. You would think it would. That's just that's kind of strange. That is a really strange error. Like it should. I feel like it should say something else, like path not found or file not found or something like that. Something that's a little bit more in the area of where the problem actually is. Like, it's just a bit strange. Anyway, what did I mess up with the? User ID here. User ID to user ID. Okay. I supplied for SQL primary user ID. Okay. Okay. I know what's going on here. Well, that answers my larger question, which is the parameters are case sensitive. Really stuck. That's the other thing I wasn't sure about with the bean setter. All the properties expensive in it, and the answer is once wants a capital I for user ID. Ugh. There's no way I can. There's no way you can reliably camel case it. Because it has to, unless I had underscores between the words, it would never know what's one word versus another. Well, that's. Although. But technically, SQL doesn't care about case when it comes to column. So I could make these the correct case, but the problem with doing that is that if I ever add columns to this later, I'm going to forget that that's why I did it a certain way, and then I'm going to have this error again and not know why I have it. So I kind of have to call out I'm doing something weird and strange here. Or I just gotta write the damn. I think is what's gonna happen. Alright, it's written to. Or we're gonna have to write the values out. Yeah. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Bean cones ID. It's not really good. Yes, it is. No, name parameter bean cones. Active, allowed, approval, prefix. I mean, most of them are correct. Allow global. Sub only, allow global. Okay. Image. Well, did I do file and name? No. I might as well just put the colons in here too. Just line up. Image type. Image file name. Oh. Type created with this columns there. That's created. Okay. Kind of sucks because it means that, you know, if I add a column, I gotta add both the column there and the name parameter being column, but they're both in the same area, you know. And it does kind of clean this up a little bit here. You know what I mean? Like, you're not, if I'm using this more than once for more like different things, then you don't have to go down and find every instance of like sequence statements that you have to clean up or change. In theory, at least. So there's that. Yeah, try this again. Problem? Oh, 420. That's right, ID. It's let's type UUID. Well, it's the we can still do it. It's user ID is UUID. Well, right? Period. Yeah. ID and user ID. Alright, so, but we know what we're doing here, so. ID. I don't know if that's being property sequence parameter source. It might work. I have no idea. I guess find out. Let's do it and see. I don't know if it's going to parse it correctly. I don't know if Spring JVC template is going to parse it correctly, but we can see. Alright. See how it goes. Not go well, apparently. Oh, wait. This is something different. Column approvals of type approval type. Oh, I made it, I made it in enumeration, didn't I? I did. Okay. Yeah, I made it in enumeration. So it's really a varchar. You select all from results type. I see. There's a way to see an enumeration. Enumerations of values. First, oh. Num range. No. Right, you unnest. I don't think I would have ever come up with that on my own. Approval. Right. There we go. Okay, so when I'm building approval, has to be a string. In here. Oh, I had it as a string, didn't I? And I changed it to Boolean because I thought it was wrong. But I'm just wrong. I am just an idiot. I had it right the first time. Approval. I don't have a. No, I don't have a. Okay, I don't have a mapper yet. Okay. I'm not reading from this. I will be. I will have. But okay, so I need the this guy. So this is mod. This is not this string allowed or no. No, that's correct. But approval. Is now gray. Oh, I've got. There we go. And actually, I don't even need that because it has a default. I'm just going to screw it. I'll set that to null and just let the default take over in the database. You know what it is too? My own wording wrong there. I should say like approvals date. Or that right, and then I have to change that in the data, or I want to change it column in the database. So let's get the where's the migration at here? PP approval. Roll it. What's it? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You roll back out. Well, initially, okay. And then approval add. Save that. And then run DB migrate. That's not as ambiguous. I don't run afoul of that again when that becomes a importance. So then approval status. Null there. That's good. Doing PAO here, and I'm going to change this to approval status. there. Yeah. Okay. Work directory and do a clean deploy. Start it up. Rats. Now, what is your problem? Oh, I have to call that out, huh? Okay. I didn't realize it. I guess that, well, it makes sense to pull it out. At least this is, so. Lose one thing down. Like, reformat the whole damn thing properly. That. Now. Oh no, I did another one for image type. Oh, I did, didn't I? Didn't realize I did all these as things here. I mean, it makes sense that I did them the way. Just forgot that I did them that way. Probably. Problem is I don't have it as a content type. I have it as a image type like that because I was worried the content types would vary so much. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, I can just put a thing in there. I got one generate emote phone with pretty much the same thing. The hell? The fan just spun up. Crazy. Okay, so far. Worries me when things just kind of spin up out of the blue. Generate, or I guess get image play. So I didn't know this. I just saw this the other day. I didn't realize that they have a shortened form of the case statement now. I can go like this. I don't need a break. It's just going to be one line. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that was one of the changes that had been made. If I'm doing this right, is that how it works? Let me show something. Or it looked like, I think. How does switch case one line. The improved edition. Java 12 introduced switch expressions, which improve the way we can write switch case statements. So arrow case, prefer to end with a break statement, otherwise it would have a fall through problem. Now we can use arrow case expression inside a case block. Or you can do an entire block. Okay. I'll separate it list. Wait. We can prove that switch statements can be used to return a value net, and therefore can be used as expression. For example, we can use a switch case block inline for a value in Word. Really? So now switch actually returns a value. Well, that is fantastic. Okay. Yeah, these are new. This was new changes in Java 12, which is really fantastic. Okay, I didn't not know this was a change that happened. This is fantastic. Now I can just say return switch blah blah blah, and then I don't need to call return on every line here. And maybe let me call on that. Well, probably. No, I think I'll need that. So what is it? Here, GIF, JPEG, PNG, SD. It's my Surface over there has the fan running right now because this is really slow to a crawl here. There we go. Getting back up again. Why is that? Block should have closed that window. Right, close that window. How was the return? Why is this? Oh, because it's return. Part of that return. Like, why? There's a problem here. Oh, yeah. This is part of that return. Okay. Let me just... So we'll stay... for that one. And that one. That should line up with our enumerations. And these are already typed strings. That should be good there. I just need to here need to make these of type image types. Orange image type. There we go. All right. We're one step closer. I mean, we're down to like we're down to like nitpicky stuff now. Really chugging. It's really chugging. I wonder what is going on in the back. Nothing here. Load average is 7. A 5-minute load average. Java, and then QEMU, which is the Docker stuff. Java is taking 400% CPU, but that just means it's taking 4 cores. And I think this is like a 8-core, 10-core, whatever processor, so that's not that terrible. I think a lot of it is, I think it's doing a lot of that heavy lifting right now in the background, and I think that's what's causing some consternation. Do a project. I already did the clean. Now let's do the. Again, a lot of that's just so much crap in here. I really should close some of this. I'm not currently using right now. Everything piles up after a while. I have like 20 copies of the Palm open too. That's probably not helping. Upload fast. There we go. Now we're down to just like 3, 6, 9 windows open. That's much better. I don't even need the emote. Well, I have the emote out here, but this one out. There we go. 8. 8 windows. Penalties don't go away. 7 now. There we go. That's better. Bring some sanity back into the workspace here. All right, just note. Install large like this. Null value in column approval status violates not null constraint. Wait. I have a default one. Wait, I have a default set. Right? Query, describe. Yeah, I have a data default. What the hell, man? I mean, yeah, it's not null, but I have a freaking default. But in the default.
I understand now why you've always been so strong.
Let's get into. Right. Probably it's not null constraint. But yeah, but there's hold on. Why would that? The hell? Postgres. Violate. Not null constraint. Data. Oh. There we go. Why is a non-null Postgres column with default throwing a constraint error? Oh, you shit. Default value is used if no value is passed for a column. Not if a null is supposed to. So when the it's so dumb. Like literally every other database would be like, oh, you passed us a null, we'll just put the default value in there. Postgres is like, huh? You're kidding me, right? There's gotta be something I can tell. I gotta be able to tell Postgres that like null means use default. Alright, like I can't sit here and believe that something this mature is that stupid. Great. Great. Default. Default expression. Addition by Force scale. Right? No. Default clause assigns the default data value for a column whose column definition appears within. Value is any variable free expression. Subqueries are not allowed. The data type of the default expression must match the data type of the column. The default expression will be used in any insert operation that does not specify a value for the column. There is no default for column in the default. So, killing me. Express. Use default value. No. Query includes a null value. Oh, that is stupid. That is by far probably the dumbest thing I've seen a database do. And I've seen some pretty dumb things a database do. And this freaking takes the cake. I mean, that's literally Postgres saying, if you write SQL 92 or any other database and you port over to our database, we are going to break your ass just because we felt like that just blows me away. Absolutely blows me away. I can't believe that they're at 16.1, version 16.1, and they've got this stupidity going on in one of their most basic commands. That is insane. Absolutely insane. And they call themselves production ready, and they have that not. That just boggles my mind. Absolutely boggles my mind. There is no other database out there that operates that way. They literally did it just to be different. There's no logical reason for it to work that way either. Just, that's crazy. Because now my problem is that like everything in Java default is null. Even if I don't set it, it's going to be null. Right? And the bean property SQL parameter sources going, oh, well, you specified this. It's null. Here it is. And that completely screws me. It completely screws me. It means I basically have to write out this goddamn insert statement. Not only do I have to write out the insert statement, I have to say, no, I can't. I can't write the insert because it's got, that means that I would have to, in order for that to work, I would have to check those columns individually and write a different insert statement that doesn't include that column when that column happens to be null. That is the dumbest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. That is like one of those things that some database egghead never thought through. They're just like, whatever, we do it this way. This is how we do it in my neck of the woods. And they never thought about like how that would actually work in real life. Like, that is the height of stupid. I can't believe that their database works that way. It just means I have to set it here. Like, what's the point of having a freaking default value if it doesn't actually apply? I don't. Oh, that is so dumb. I can't emphasize how dumb that is. Like, what is the point of declaring a default value on a table if that default value doesn't apply when you pass it null? Like, I cannot fathom the thought process that went into it. There was no thought process that went into it. It was just someone saying, let's fuck everybody. That's basically what the thought process. Let's fuck everybody. No other database operates this way. Let's do it this way just because we can be different. You know, it's just not. I just cannot. I cannot even. I like that one little thing has just made me livid. Like, absolutely livid. Like, I'm at the point of like, I will never, ever, ever use PostgreSQL ever again. Is that one stupid thing? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Damn, I miss MySQL. What happened to MySQL? God damn it, Oracle. Why did you have to kill MySQL? They wouldn't have allowed this shit. Oh my God. That is so terrible. That is so unbelievably terrible. Alright. Well, it is, I guess, at this point. Too late to turn that boat around. Alright. Do our thing here. All right. That is this going to work? Is the question. Large. Save. Hey, new emote, which we would be showing if I set wired up. I don't. So I spent all freaking night trying to get this freaking thing to just copy properly. Alright, new emote added. We have an entry here. We do an ID, user ID, ending, emote 1. There's the small image file name. There's the URL. Hopefully is full. It does have I have the double thing in there, but that's just the way I'm writing that out there, I think. You can fix that. Large. I mean, that actually won't matter because it's from that point we're hitting it from a URL. So having double slashes like that in the URL doesn't, it just ignores them. Okay, that's good there. We wrote that, so 65960. We should have. Oh wait, that's the. That's the ID I was writing. No, small image file name. We should have. Or is it image structure? We have B757146. 757146. Gift. Okay. And then the large image file name is BFF0B. BFF0B. Okay. I'm noticing a problem there, which I hadn't thought of. There's only 2 files, and obviously we've been running this a couple times over, so there should be more than 2 files here. The reason there's only 2 files here is because the uploads folder is under the hex folder, and every time I go and redeploy, I say clean out and redeploy, which means it's cleaning out the hex folder entirely. So we need a different place to put that. Because obviously every time I deploy a new WAR file, I don't want it to delete all of the users across the entire. So that uploads folder needs to exist at least one level up. At this level where Green Metal GUI is and Hex is there. That exists there. I don't think is going to be a big problem. It's just something I'm noticing now. And in reality, there should be a property in the system that configures where the uploads go. You can kind of put them pretty much anywhere you'd want on the file system. That would be, I guess, the ideal. Yeah, probably. So, so that is stuff I'll have to work on there. Plus, I have to work on reading the stuff out and putting it on the page here, as well as saving the prefix. Maybe have this whole section collapse or something, and just kind of going. I don't know. Kind of. Yeah, I kind of like having it and then ready to go. I gotta check my validations and stuff too to see if they're running. It looked like they were probably running, because I don't really do anything for the GIF other than making sure it's the right size. But now I do check to see if it's animated, how many frames are in it. So we'll have to test some of that at some point. Cause I'm kind of surprised, well, delighted, but surprised that it all kind of worked right out of the box. Didn't mess something up there. Okay. I think, though, this is good enough to commit right now. Get it off the machine, and then I can start to merge down some of the other little requests that are there. I think, oh, you know what? I think I got an email saying my token is expired. Fix that right now. Yeah, let's go. Let me go that. First of all, let's put down stuff here, because it's chugging a bit right now. I'm gonna down the database. Go. Desktop. Any pencil open right now. Close that out. I do have to do an update too here. Some updates and stuff. Rebooting and all those things at some point. Alright. Yeah, let me I'm gonna hide the screen for a moment here, because I gotta update my token, I believe. Things. On here. Okay. And up that, me put that there. All right. think I should be able to commit. It prompts me. Emotes. Upload functionality. Progress. And let me make sure. I just in case it puts it in plain text. Oh, it doesn't. There we go. All right, that got pushed. Cool. Okay. Good to see that. Oh, I gotta hide this again fast. Here. And those stories. There we go. It's safe again. All right. So build is kicking off. And we have some pull requests I want to take care of as we're here. So nano captcha is from 1.5 to 2.1. That's a pretty significant jump. System font support. Yeah, hashtag word renderer builder. Oh, custom fonts. Okay, interesting. Public. Converted the visibility reduction of the builder to public. Change to 2.0 effectively broke usage of the builders in both word renderer applications. Oh, so they reverted that, so that's good. Improved color support, word renderer, password renderer. Added 2 new noise producer implementations, Gaussian and salt and pepper. Okay. Add new create style factoring method with image capture and auto capture make the simplest case even simpler. Left implementation. Remove deprecated constructors. It might have some issues due to some of these changes. These are pretty significant, but that's alright, we can fix that as they happen. You oh wait. Oh, true. Whatever. Merge that. Get that out of there. Also, we get for fire plugin. This will be fine. I'm not even concerned about that. That's our the Maven plugin that will kick off JUnit test stuff. So good with that. Maven compiler plugin has been updated. That's fine too. I doubt they've done anything earth-shattering in there. But we'll find out if the build doesn't work. We'll find out pretty quickly. Spring framework goes from 6.1 to 6.13. What the hell have they changed? Worm checks for beam validation constraints, healing method, introduce process injection, propagation not supported with transaction event listener. Fucking definitely. Yeah, check 12 max length needed. Okay. Okay, scheduler. Link that bug fix. The URI available variable for port and web client causes the exception. On triggers. Hibernate JPA I don't use. Version. Async does not support unit. Cache will does not respect cache hit when empty mono flux response. Bring WebSocket, Jetty WebSocket. Handler fills buffer with 0. We'll roll the dice on this. See what happens. 2 minor releases, but even those tend to be has some sort of earth-shattering kaboom in them somewhere. Okay, some path is used by our tests. And there's a moderate severity dependent upon alert for security. Okay. What does this actually fix? No. Okay. Whatever. Approve. Confirm. Eats. What? Alright. Security alerts. Advisories. What about? Now, JSON path out of bounds right vulnerability. Suppose it's fixed now. It was discovered to contain a stack overflow via the criteria.parse. Okay. And it looks like our build is green, which is fantastic. How about the email GUI? Anything? Yep, we have support plus here too. Makito goes to 510. Alright. Fine. Go and textile. Fine. Greenmail Spring goes from Alpha 3 to Alpha 4. Alright, seems relatively tame from right there. And then JSON path here. Just did on the main project. Cool. Cool. So that is all done as well. Should be able to just pull these down, up, down. Good. All right. Well, that'll be it for us for tonight, my friends. I would like to have gotten more in there, but you know, there's always something you run into. You know what I mean? You just gotta kind of roll with the punches. Unfortunately, I will not be streaming tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night I will be back for some multiplayer stuff with Shin and Overlord. So that'll be tomorrow night around 10 my time, 10 Eastern. So we'll be doing that, but I won't have a daytime stream because I have family gathering to go to. But Sunday I'm not sure right now. It'll definitely be, if I stream, it'll definitely be a live space only stream. I'm debating whether I want to do a coding, like an afternoon coding stream then, and just keep it live space only, just to stay in line with my Sundays. So we'll see what I feel like, if I want to do that or if I just want to play games and stuff. I'm leaning towards just kind of playing some games. I got a bunch of games to look at in my library that I would like to take a look at that I haven't played yet. And we'll just see. We'll just see how I feel on Sunday. As far as all that's concerned. But yeah, that'll do it for me for tonight, my friends. I'll take this opportunity to remind you guys that I am part of a stream team called the Wild Crew. It's a variety of streamers across a variety of platforms, and a variety of time zones, and a variety of games and other things and other activities. We have streamers on Twitch, we have streamers on Kick, and streamers on Livespace. You can go to memoryleakdeath.tv/TWC. That will redirect you to the team's website. On there, there's links to everybody, there's bios, there's links to the team's YouTube channel that has some clips up there. Even one from yours truly as well. And all that stuff. And yeah, that is about that. You should probably go check that out. The cool little thing. Cool group of people, nice group of people. They're all good at what they do, and can be entertaining. Well, so there's that. And I would say, as far as the raid out on Livespace goes, my buddy Speed here is live right now. He is playing Our World. So go put the link in Livespace chat for him, as well as the Kick chat and the YouTube chat, and go take a look. And go over to Livespace and give him some love and attention. That'll be good. And then, is there anybody from the team live on Kick right now? Is the question. Mateus is live from the Wild Crew. He is playing some more Rainbow Six Siege. So I will put a link to him. I don't have enough to host out on Kick, so we'll just put a link in Kick there to his channel, so you can go take a look and all those things. Yeah, that will do it for me, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. Hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, goodbye.
old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.